Hey everyone, ignore the eye issue. Really tired and everything, so I figured I'd get on here before I go to bed and kind of ramble on about a thought that's inside my head. If you're, well, you don't necessarily get to be an abuse victim. You could have seen it in your childhood, and even in your childhood, could have it could have been considered normal. But I think as parents, or I guess everybody don't have parents, but some people have guardians. You see things or hear things and they become normal, but in all actuality, they're not. And when you get older, you do the same with your kids, and you find yourself in situations that you're like, oh, that's not right, or that shouldn't have happened, but at least they didn't do this, or they didn't do that. And in all actuality, it's abuse. And if, sorry, I'm playing Minecraft at the same time. And if you feel the need to say, well, at least they didn't, then it shouldn't have happened at all. But for us people or the ones that raised us, we're conditioned that to just do it. The ones that are abused usually end up being abused most of their life. And it's just not men that do it. Women do it too. I've known quite a few women abusers in my day. But it happens, and you gotta think the abusers were taught to be abusers. Us as parents, we condition our children to accept things, to accept them as normal or that's okay, because as kids, we count on our parents to tell us what's wrong or what's not. And I'm not judging anybody for it. I mean, I've done it myself, or I don't do it anymore. After everything that's happened, if I feel the need to say that isn't right, then I don't want to be with that person because I felt the need for this. But before then, I've done it. I've been like, oh, well, at least that person didn't hit me, or they only called me names. It's no big deal. But it is. And I wouldn't want that for my children. And when you have a child that is a girl, you really worry about it because they get what relationships are supposed to be, how they're supposed to be handled. Does feelings matter or any of that? They get that from you. So I think as people we are conditioned really to, as a society we're conditioned that certain things are okay, that it's not abuse as long as this is done or this person didn't complain about it, so it can't be abuse. There's nothing wrong with it as long as this person accepts it. And I think as a general society, we all think that way. We all do it. I've even done it. Been like, it wasn't no big deal because, that person didn't walk away, but it really is. And I genuinely fear that, some of the choices I've made, my kids will think's alright. That my girls will think that since I didn't leave or I tolerated it, that it's tolerable, that it's not a big deal. Which is why I do not tolerate these things anymore. If I have to say this is not right, I mean, I'm not mean about it. I mean, I tell people, I will tell someone that I don't find it tolerable. And then, I mean, if that doesn't work, then I shouldn't be with that person because of that. I mean, I want to be treated a certain way because I want my daughter to be treated a certain way. I want my daughters, I should say, to be treated a certain way. I think the world in general needs to change how they are with people or what's acceptable. Which is weird coming from me because, yeah. But I think with what's going on and the more time I'm away, I think I'm starting to see things different. I'm starting to see the damage that could have been done to the kids because I chose to stay. But I chose to show them, my daughter and my children, that it was acceptable to act this way. And I've seen it in the way they act. They're getting better now, but I've seen it in the way they act. Other than that, that's all I wanted to say. I hope everybody's had a good day. As you can see, my hairstylist of a daughter decided to do my hair. She's got boredom issues. She likes to do mom's hair. I hope everybody's safe. And everything else. And I hope everybody has a great day. Later.